Oi, well, that's the way we say hello in Brazil. Hello, children, how are you people doing? I'm Saurabh Kumar Dutt, and I'm here to teach you people a little bit about trigonometry, where we are going to discuss about compound angles. Now, when we talk about compound angles, we primarily talk about a sum of two angles or a difference of two angles, and then in front of it we can use any of the six trigonometric ratios, that is sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec, and when we find it out, it's actually finding out trigonometric ratios of compound angles. So all of this is going to be discussed a little. Rest, obviously, for that you will have to come to me for more later. I'll tell you ways where you can get more and have a complete understanding of this topic of compound and multiple angles of trigonometry. At this time, I'm sure you people are seeing that we are here at a lovely stadium. This is MERACANA Stadium, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's an awesome place to be in, and I'm sure to see any of the great football matches once in your lifetime, you're going to be here. And obviously, when you're there in Brazil, there is a lot to do in Brazil. In times to come within this lecture, I will tell you a lot of things about Brazil, few funny things, few things to learn from, and then when you are tired, I'll also be serving you people with a lovely sweet dish which you will only get in Brazil. So children, let's get started and let's discuss all of this. First, I'd like to tell you people a little about this compound angles of trigonometry. So children, when we talk about compound angles, like I told you, we will be talking about either a sum or a difference of angles, right? So either we talk about a plus b or we talk about a minus b. So here we are talking about sine of a plus b, and this is a formula that is given by sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Right? Now, as you've aptly looked up in the shot, we can have certain angles whose sum we can get to be some other angle which we can find sine of. Like for that matter, if you talk about sine of, say, 90 degree, it can be written as sine of 60 plus 30, and then this formula can be applied. A similar formula is there also when we talk about a difference of both of these angles A and B. That is, when we talk about sine of A minus B, then that becomes equal to sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. So I'm sure you're able to see that both of these formulae are pretty much similar, as when we talk about compound angles, we talk about either A plus B or A minus B. And in place of plus, when you're using a minus with sine, then you're talking about the other formula. And here you have sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. And here too you have sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. That means in the place of plus sign, if we use a minus sign, then we get to the other formula. So pretty much similar, and thus it'll be pretty easy for you to learn this formula. So are you children clear about this? We are talking about compound angles, which can either be the sum of two angles or it can be a difference of two angles. And with that, when we find out some trigonometric ratios like sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec, then we talk about the trigonometry of compound angles. Now here at this time, we will just be dealing with sine. As such, these are the two formulae that you require for sine. Now to tell you people a little more about Brazil, and after that we will be discussing a sum. So what's special about Brazil is the moment you reach Brazil, you have to be cautious about one thing. That is, the moment the people of Brazil meet some new people, they give you 2 or 3 kisses. So you have to be cautious, right? And you have to tell that, okay, we can do without it. That is how they show their affection. But if you are not going to have it, obviously that's fine, but you should be prepared for it, right? So this is something, the moment you meet anybody from Brazil, you are expected that this is going to happen. So you have to be on your caution, especially the ladies, right? Okay, now there is more about Brazil which in times to come I'm going to tell you, but at the moment we are going to get started and I'll be giving you people a relative sum which I like you people to try, right? So this is that sum. I want you people to try. I'll give you people some seconds for trial, after which I'll be discussing the sum. Make sure, children, that you are seated at a place which is secluded. That means that does not have any disturbance of some friends, relatives, etc. Telling you people about different things. As such, you can fully focus. More so, make sure that you are seated on a table and chair, and that helps you to study better, especially mathematics. And obviously you can't doze off then, otherwise when you sit on a bed and try to study, then what will happen is gradually you will feel a mild ache in your back, and thus you like to stretch a little, and then that little becomes full falling asleep. So don't try and do that. Best is always sit on a table and chair. You'll see that your study will be much better, and in fact you will be able to do over a period of time much studies because you have studied on a table and chair. Okay, now children, one thing more. I like you people that when I am explaining this sum solution, I like you people to put your writing material down, sit straight with your spine straight, and just focus exactly where I am. Like if in find I am at F, you have to be at F. If I'm at I, you have to be at I, and so on, right? So here we're going to look up to find out the value of sine of 105 plus sine of 15 degrees. Like, caution is best when you're doing sums on mathematics, especially when you have to calculate much. So here I will also teach you how on your caution you can calculate less and even then get to the correct